Now we got the guy flipped around. If you want to pause the video for just a second, and several of you had emailed me like this was on the PowerPoint the whole time, so we did all those top muscles there, so we did all of these here. So now we're picking up gluteus medius, gluteus maximus, and some adductor muscles. I would like you to change this one, abductor, instead of just muscle in the back. We're going to learn that this is the magnus. So in the back is the abductor magnus. So posterior view is the abductor magnus. So if you want to take a second and pause the video, copy that down, or get it from the PowerPoint. Let me scoot it up where you can see the rest of them. Again, pause that. So while we're here, I'm just going to be talking, and maybe you can write these down. So we're going to talk about your hamstring groups. You have three main hamstring muscles. And then we're going to go down and we're going to look at your calf muscle, which is your gastrocnemius. And then right underneath it is the soleus. And then you have fibulary longus that we'll look at as well. So again, pause that and we're going to go through these. Not too bad. It's just going to take some practice getting to. So most of you have heard of your gluteus maximus. That is your rear. That is the outer one, is the big muscle. Some of us have a bigger muscle there than others. If I were to remove this, which is what has happened over here, we've basically gone underneath this muscle. You find gluteus medius, meaning it's underneath that one. So maximus, underneath it, medius. So that's that. That's pretty easy. Alright, now going on, so there's maximus, and then you can see underneath it is medius, so you're looking there. So this is better, so you can see the adductor magnus. It is really, there's that gracilis muscle again. So remember in the front, it was the abductor longus, right by gracilis. In the back, abductor magnus. Okay, so posterior magnus, anterior is going to be longus. So your hamstring muscles, you've got three of them, and I'll show you on the mannequin in just a second. So you have a bicep. Remember up in your arm you had a bicep as well? Bicep meaning you had two. Well, the reason you have to say bicep brachii because you have another bicep in your leg. So you have bicep brachii in your brachial region, and that is when you flex your arm there. So this is bicep femoris because it is basically the bicep that's in your hamstring. There are two of them there. There's a longus and a brevis. So this is the bicep here. It's going to be the one outer, so the very larger one that is more lateral is the bicep femoris. And then you've got two that are really kind of sitting on top of each other. And then is semitendinosus and semimembranosus. It's called tendinosus because this one's mainly connected to a tendon, and membranosus is because this one's mainly connected to a membrane thing. But here's how you can really remember. The one with the T is the one on top, because when I flip over in a moment and look at the mannequin, the tendinosus is actually on top. So bicep femoris is the one most lateral, and then you've got two, not gracilis, that's that one that's going all the way down. Remember the inseam of your pants. Okay, so you got these two. The one on top is going to be tendinosus, and the one underneath that is going to be membranosus. That's how you're going to know that. So this is a good picture here. I like this picture because it shows really the tendinosus on top. Can you see it? So here's the bicep femoris. It's got a long head and a short head, but we don't care about that. Bicep femoris. The one on top is the semitendinosus. It is attached to a tendon. You can even see the tendon there. And semimembranosus, and it's got a little membrane there. It doesn't have that tendon there. So those are your three calf muscles there. So the most lateral, and this is the most medial there, most medial. Here it is on the mannequin. So there's his rump, and so that's gluteus maximus. Underneath this would be gluteus medius. Alright, there's the abductor magnus. This is gracilis. If we could see it, it runs all the way down. And let's see if I can get him done. I don't know if you can see him very well. This is most lateral. So most lateral is the bicep femoris. And then do you see these two? This one's most medial. The one that's on top. The one that's on top is semitendinosus. You see how that looks like it's on top of that one? So the one on top with the T is tendinosus, and the one underneath that is membranosus. That's how it would look. You just have to remember the one most lateral is the bicep femoris.